Howdy, folks. Thanks for being here. Time to get started. It is 3:30 Central Time. This is my trading half hour, trading 20 minutes. Thanks for all who are here. I see you out there, Isaac. All right, so let me see if I can successfully go here and so that you all can see what I'm doing. All right, so I trade four separate accounts and I trade four separate. Someone says, hi, all. Chop's still green. There we go. I trade four separate accounts, four separate three strategies. Let me just dive in and I will show you what's going on. For those of you on portrait format, I hope you can see what we're doing. First things first, I have, like I mentioned, several different strategies and I've come up with cutesy names for them. There are Frank, Forrest, and Bob. And we're going to look at Bob first. Bob they're all three trend trading strategies. Let's just dive in. This is my Darwin X prop firm account. This is my real results. And we're just going to go through and do my daily routine. So Spider-Man colors, that's right. Let's see, Aussie, and by the way, I'm going to do this in my normal speed. Aussie Yen, nothing to do there. Aussie Kiwi, nothing to do there. Could have gone long because it says to go long, but we're inside our no man's land, so nothing to do there. Aussie US, nothing to do there. Swiss Yen, nothing to do there. Euro Pound. We took our first take profit today, actually yesterday. We got into it yesterday and then hit our first take profit the same day. We're churning down into this demand zone down below. So I'm not surprised that we've hit a little roadblock. But honestly, once I get to my first take profit and I move to break even, I've got on base. Base hit's all I need, and I'm good with that. So moving on, Euro Yen. And by the way, what I do here on an open trade, I look at it. Is there anything to do? No, there's not. What I did not do is, I should have, but I didn't have pull the screen up, is read the verse of the day. So today's verse is the one from Psalms, which says to order my steps. And so I do pray that God would order my steps as I seek to trade in a way that honors him and serves my family. So, because we do look at trading as a calling. And honestly, our preacher said on Sunday that discipline is a mark of spiritual maturity. And I think discipline applies in every area of life. So Euro Yen, nothing to do there. Pound Aussie. Oh my goodness, look at this. I cannot believe, well, I can. This is trading. I got stopped out on my trailing stop. I got into this thing on the 16th of January, hit my first take profit, took some more profit off at TP2. Isaac said he just placed his first swing trade yesterday. I do not know how to show the Instagram comments over here on StreamYard, but I'll figure that out. Well, good job, man. I love swing trading, Isaac. That first night when I had to go to sleep and there was a trade happening without today it went 500%. Okay. Well, from now on, guys, we're just going to have Isaac do this. Anyway, Pound Aussie hit my second take profit here, moved my stop loss to trailing, and it just tagged it right there and then kept on going. So I'm out of that trade because of that. Isaac said he loves my setup. Thank you. I use a VPS, guys, so that I can access it from anywhere. This is what this is. It's really slow, but it's very convenient. I want to start practicing holding longer. We got a lady in our group, and Kathy, if you're watching, it's your fault for telling me this. She was in a Rolls-Royce trade from April 15th to September the 30th. That is patience and discipline. Let's see. What are we on? Pound Swiss, nothing to do here. See these two lines here, the green line and the red line. Anything inside of there is no man's land. I don't do anything. A lot of things are inside that. Pound Yen. Look at that. There's something to do here. All right, so got a trade set up on Pound Yen. Why is that? Because we came up above our no man's land and our main indicator turned green on us. So it is time to do a trade setup. I use ATR for my take profit and my stop loss. Hang on. This has one too many take profits. I don't know why that was set like that. So let me make sure that's working. And there we are. Make sure I'm at 1%. I'm at 0.7. Boy, something went weird with this. All right, 1% risk. ATR is set to 1.5 for the stop loss and 1 for the take profit. I can verify that's 1% there. Everything looks good. Let me make sure those lines are where they're supposed to be, and they are. Let me do one last check here. Go up to the weekly chart. drop my supply and demand tool on here, make sure there's nothing in the way, get rid of it, drop back down to the daily chart, and nothing overhead. All right, so there's nothing in the way. There's no reason not to, so we're going to get into that trade right there at market, and boom, and we're going to switch it over to pending so nothing moves. We're going to turn it ATR off, and we're just going to let it be the numbers, because if I didn't turn ATR off, then tomorrow it would adjust my numbers, because the ATR tomorrow is different than the ATR today. Brian is listening when he should be teaching his fourth graders about the world, but I do appreciate that, Brian. All right, so that one's there. And last thing I do is I get rid of my second take profit. I never have an automatic take profit on the second one. I let my trailing stop get me out. All right, so done with pound yen. Kiwi Swiss, got into it a couple days ago. Did my first take profit yesterday. Moved my stop loss to break even. When I say break even, it's break even plus a little. Covers the swap. I tell you what, guys, I was in a pound Swiss trade for 2 months. I made I made 2-3% on the trade. But I think I made 0.5% just on the swap fees. Positive swap fees for the first time ever. This one's struggling. Yeah, I'm trading Forex. Pretty much everything I do, Isaac, is trading Forex. I do trade options on the monthly basis. I don't know how time to go into that today on the wheel strategy. As you can see, we've got this overhead supply zone that's going to really slow down. Oop, sorry about that. I got the take profit sitting up there. So nothing to do there. Kiwi yen, nothing to do there. All right, you think, well, that's not a lot of pairs. I'll show you here in a minute. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and show you now. So those are all the pairs that I'm trading live. And then I come over here to my demo tracking. And here are all the pairs that I am trading, but I'm trading on demo. Why do I do that? And I don't do this till the end of the week. It saves me time. Since they're on demo anyway, I can just go back and track what was there. For this reason right here, I track all 28 Forex pairs, and I see how they're going to do in my strategy. And every quarter, I evaluate which ones have graduated up into green strong, meaning I'm trading them with actual money behind it. And then anything less than that, I don't. And I just track them, unless it's these down here. Now, I have not taken enough trades on gold, silver, and oil to qualify. I mean, look at this. My gold trade, about 76% win rate. But I haven't taken enough trades there. You need a certain amount of data to make a decision on, and I just don't have it there. So, but I do all of my non-10 pair trading at the end of the week, just on the weekends, because I don't need. I'm not doing it live, so I can do it whenever. So I try to save time, guys. I try to limit my trading to 30 minutes or less. Why? Because if you're not careful, trading can take over your life, and it can just bleed over into every other area. So the less I am in front of my screen, the better it is for everybody. All right, so that was Bob. Bob is now done. We're going to move on to who do we have next to show? Forrest, I believe, or Frank. Give me 1 second. I clicked on the wrong button over here. And so, yeah, we're going to go from Bob to Frank. We'll go to Frank. What is Frank? Let's see. Here's Frank here. And I'm trading Frank. Frank has graduated to a prop firm account. So this is my prop firm account here on City Traders Imperium. They're out of Dubai. I like them. This is a $10,000 account. You can see I'm at $611 of equity. I need to make $800 to pass the challenge. So I'm 75% of the way there. I've had it for a month and a half or so. My strategies, my swing trading is designed for slow and steady, 2, 3, 4% a month, and I'm happy cumulatively across all the strategies. So just real quick, let me show you what Bob has been doing. Or this is Frank, excuse me. Frank is I'll show you the strategy in a second. Nope, wrong button. Strategy performance. Gross profit, gross loss. Average profit is about $50. I'm risking 0.5% over here. And that's a change that I make based on the prop firm regulations. Oh, I'm 10 minutes in. I need to hurry up, guys. I've had 14 wins and 3 losses. I've been trading it for a month and a half, like I said. Trading the daily chart on almost all of these. And very, very happy with this. I have a 82% win rate. Very unusual for a system of mine, but anyhow. All right, so let's take a look at what we've got here. I'll manage my open trades first and foremost. What am I on here? Kiwi yen. Kiwi yen is, oh, it's just about ready to hit its first take profit. Okay, nothing to do there. Euro pound, it came down, got halfway. Nothing to do there really. And honestly, with Frank, it's a one and done. I get in, I get out. Oh, thank you, Isaac. You're a good trader too. Man, I cannot imagine what it's like for you having other people watch you trade live with your system. I mean, mine is we click, we go home. Mine is relatively boring. Yours has got to be stressful. Guys, if you don't know, Isaac has a daily trading room in the mornings, and if he will send me his link again, I will show it. Kiwi Swiss, nothing to do there, especially on the 1 minute chart. If you're trading the 1 minute chart, I will pray for you. I trade the daily chart, nothing to do there. I think we saw switch in already. All right, so let me show you here on TradingView, which I think it just makes things easier to see. All right, so here's some previous trades. So Frank. Why do I call them Frank and Forrest and Bob? Bob stands for breakout, BO, right? But Frank and Forrest I reference as they're dead simple, right? Frank dead, Frankenstein, Forrest Gump, simple. These are some very, very dead simple trading strategies. Frank being the deadest of simple. Frank is one indicator and one candle formation. So anytime you see this little green arrow, what that means is price, there's an engulfing candle and the HMA is green. This is the whole moving average. And if you saw a red candle right here, that means you've got an engulfing candle and HMA is red. So that's all it is. And then your entry is the high of that candle, and your stop loss is the low of that candle, or below the. I feel like I'm rushing. Oh, Aussie Swiss exited today. I didn't even notice that. Closed positions. Oh, look at that. Had a win today on Aussie Swiss. Well, that's nice. Okay, so Aussie Swiss closed today. You can see I had this. I've been in it since last week. Boy, last week was fun trying to trade when I had no power and no internet and no heat. So this is the signal candle I got. The entry was right here at the high of it, and the stop was, I put my stop down here at the low of the one next to it. And it's just set at 1-to-1. And got into it and got out, and I'm good. And so this one goes into the profitable trade column. Let's see, the Swiss yen is, you can see we've had several wins in a row on Swiss yen. That's about halfway there. Euro pounds came down about halfway, and still nothing to do. And what else is open? Kiwi Swiss is open. Kiwi yen is almost ready to close. All right, let's look and see if there are any new setups. And I know I sound like I'm rushing, and I am, because I don't like to spend a lot of time trading. Look at gold. I think everyone should trade gold. God called it good, so why wouldn't we want to trade gold? Gold and silver and oil, and all I'm looking for, here we go right here. So we've got I've got to hurry. We've got a signal on this candle here. So what are we going to do? We're going to set our entry at the high of the candle, and we're going to set our stop loss at the low of the candle, and we're going to set the thing to 1-to-1. So now come over here to, I don't like Match Trader, but it's okay. Where's oil at? Oil. XTI. All right, so we're going to go advanced order, pending order, and make sure it's set to the daily chart. All right, so the high of that candle is 63.95. So our entry is going to be 63.95. Our stop loss is the low of the candle, so it's 60.88. 60.88. Our take profit is going to be 1-to-1. So whatever the points are here, I match it. Points are 30.70. So take profit is 30.70. So that's 1-to-1. And I got to set my position size. So with City Trader Imperium, I'm trading 0.5% per trade, risking 0.5% per trade. So right now we're at $3. So let me add to it. And hang on, wrong button. All right, and you can see the risk here is going up. $9.21, 12, 15, 18, 21. I'm trying to get to $50 or close to it. 49.12, fantastic. And I'm going to hit buy stop. Boom. All right, that trade has been sent. Go back to this one and indicate that it is pending order, which I think pending order is that color. All right, so now we're gonna, and all I'm doing is clicking through and trying to find these little signals. Just why I love having signals pop up like that. So nothing there, nothing there, nothing there, and this is what I just power through. I see I got an existing signal in today's candle, but I'm already in the trade. Could you add to the position? Absolutely. Do I? No. Nothing there. Nothing. No. Nope. Nothing. 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 If anybody wants me to slow down or repeat, let me know. I'll be back tomorrow. Back every day. Friday we'll be driving to Baton Rouge for a gymnastics tournament. So I will probably let my wife drive, and I will be trading from the passenger seat. So we'll see if I can live stream that. And circled around. All right, so we're done with Frank. Fantastic. Save Frank. Shut him down. And now it is time for Forrest. I'm trading Forrest two ways. Number one, I'm trading Forrest live. I'm trading Forrest live two different ways. I'm trading this particular strategy on the daily chart, and I will show you that right now. So switch over to Forrest. And this one is simply two moving averages and a pullback. And the dots just tell you when you've had a new high. That's all it is. It's a trend trading strategy. So seeing that you're putting in new highs or new lows is important when it comes to identifying a trend. So right now I am in, let's do this alphabetically. I'm in Aussie Kiwi. So we had a new high, and then we pulled back to the 30 moving average, which is where we got in. And then you can see prices basically at the entry. Is that about right? Yeah. I've moved 2.8 pips. All right. Next one that's open is CAD Swiss. You can see the price triggered yesterday, and it's open a little bit. So for this one, everything's coming down. So my whole moving average turned red. This is a longer piece. This is a 200. This is a 45. They both have to match. So we had a new low put in here. We pulled back to the 30. I got in, and prices come down a little bit. Is that about right? Yeah, CAD Swiss down. We made about a quarter of the way there. All right, Euro US, which is here, and that one has triggered. And see, put in a new high. We pulled back, we triggered, and now we're coming up a bit. Okay, and the last one is, what is the last one? US yen. Oh yeah, that one triggered. That one went from pending order to to open order. So US yen, you can see we just barely triggered it today. So those are the only open trades. Now I'll go through and look at any that I might have setups for. Forrest is the one that takes the longest on waiting for setups. Generally speaking, with Frank, it triggers the next day or it doesn't. And pretty much if it doesn't trigger in a day or two, you just sort of let the trade expire. Forrest can wait for a long time. Nothing to do there. And what I'm looking for is the first new blue or red dot after the moving average crosses. After you put in, like here, you had a red dot, which meant a new low, and then you put in a new high. So this would have been your entry. That would have been a nice trade. I like to only go with the first pullback, not the second. First ones are work the best. Nothing to do there. Nothing to do there. That one we're in. Nothing to do there. You can see here was your, you missed that entry. You got the entry there, and it took off. That one's triggered, CAD yen. You say, well, but we had a pullback here. Yeah, but this was your first pullback, and it worked well. I don't do second and third pullbacks. Nothing to do there or there or there. Long trends. All right, now this one, we got a brand new blue dot, which resets everything. So now as soon as, which means it's the highest high in the last 50 candles. This is a daily chart, so that means about the last 2 months. So all I need now is another red dot, and we can get in on a pullback, but still nothing to do there. Here's one. So we had a blue dot, and then we had a red dot. So it means a brand new downtrend. We make sure that everything lines up, red here, and I got my entry. Now, the downside to entering at a moving average is that the moving average, by definition, moves. So this will need to the entry on this will need to come down some. I'm going to leave it where it is for the actual trade, but it'll have to come down some. And that affects your risk, that affects your position size, all of that. So every day I have to come in here and see if the pending orders need any sort of adjustment. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. All right, this pending order, you know what? I think about this This one's a euro pound. Hang on. Activity, euro pound. Oh, here it is. I got a one on this yesterday. I forgot about that. Yeah. Hang on. Why is that account $100? All right. So this is step 2 of testing and trading. Step 1 is always trading on demo. You trade on demo for 2 or 3 months. I'm going to show you in a minute one that is trading on demo. Then step 2 is I trade real money, my account, with about a $100 account for about a month, 2 months. Gather real-time data. And then step 3, I either put more money into it, or I then go put it onto a prop firm account, which is what I have done with both Frank and Bob. Forrest is the one that is a little bit behind in scheduling. So anyhow, euro pound is in and out. Euro yen, that one's okay. This one's one of the guys in our group had a great thing he mentioned. This is an ACB trade, ain't coming back. Yeah, that one's not coming back anytime soon. All right. So you can see there, pound Aussie, it's still okay. I probably need to adjust it a little bit to come down. Actually, I need to adjust this one a good bit. I need to adjust my entry down to 98.50, and I need to adjust my take profit. So the take profit is set at whatever the extreme was on the last dot before the pullback. So in this case, that extreme would have been, and I have to round off to near numbers. So 94.35. So then I'll come in here and adjust pound Aussie. I need to enter at 98.50. So go to my orders, pound Aussie, go to entry as at 98.50. Stop loss stays in the exact same spot. And my take profit is now, what did I say? 90 something, something, something. Clearly, oh, here it is, 94.35. All right, so my take profit is now 94.35. So now because I moved my entry, I'm no longer risking 1% because the distance between the entry and the stop loss has changed. So now I need to adjust my position size until that number right there reads $1 again. Oh, he's only trading with $1. Absolutely, I'm only trading with $1. Good biblical stewardship is, why would I put money at risk unless I know exactly what it's going to be able to do? Moving on. Pound CAD, nothing to do there. See, I missed it already. That was your entry. Oh man, that was a great entry too. Look at that. You'd have had 1 and 2 exits within the span of a few days. Let's just go through these pending orders. That one's still good. US CAD, that one's still good. US Swiss, that one's still good. And who knows? Maybe those will trigger. All right. So that is Forrest. We're done with Forrest. We can shut down. Hang on. Save. We're done with the Forrest, trading it manually on the daily chart. Now it's time for Forrest that I trade automated on the 15-minute chart. So there's nothing to do other than look at it because it already did its thing. This one actually, when I was testing it, I love using ChatGPT as a research assistant. So I just go and I took 2 years worth of data, trade back testing, dropped it in ChatGPT and said, find me or organize this on return by hour. So entry hour, when I entered, give me 24 column headings, 24 rows, and show me what the return was for the trades that are entered each one of those hours. And actually, this is gold, by the way. Gold trading on the 15-minute chart, trading that Forrest strategy. I'm talking fast. I'm trying to get out of here in the next 6 minutes. It found about a 5 to 6 hour block in the evenings where it did really well. So this thing trades while I'm asleep. And I wake up and see what happened. Today, we put in new green dots. We got in right here. I don't know why I didn't get in there, but I'm sure there's reasons. So we got in here. Our first take profit was here at that green dot. And then the second take profit, it's 2 positions per trade, is a trailing stop. So it just follows the 30. So when we came back and touched the 30, that's where it got out. It's set to 1-to-1 and 3-to-1 with a trailing stop. So if it hits the trailing stop before it hits 3-to-1, it gets out. If it's the 3-to-1 before it hits the trailing stop, it gets out. Forrest has not been doing, this one has not been doing great this year so far. Here's my Bob. I was flying high on Bob, got investors and everything until May of last year. Had the worst month I've ever had. And it's been a couple of bad months, and I've been in slow recovery. This is where the spiritual element comes in. You've got to have your mind right when it comes to trading so that you can endure the hard times. God says that, he walks with us through the valley of the shadow of death. He doesn't teleport us to the end of it. The benefit is that his presence is stabilizing us day by day. So I walked with him all the way down, and now I'm walking with him on the way back up again. But anyway, let me jump over to Forrest 15-minute chart. This new settings on this one has not been doing. I'm down 1% since January. It's only got a 36% win rate. These are not the back test results that I expected, or these aren't the results I expected from my back testing. But this is why you trade on demo. Forrest is currently trading on a demo account. And only after he's proven himself, it has proven itself over a period of 3-4 months will I put any money behind it. That's, again, biblical stewardship. So that is it. I think that's everything that I've got for today's trading. And I am done in, it's about 26 minutes. A little bit longer than normal because I'm trying to talk. I like to keep my trading 20 minutes or less. And I also have a system I trade a half an hour a month. It's an option strategy. I'll show you next time. So with that, anybody got any questions before we get out of here? You got 3 minutes. You got 2.5 minutes to ask a question. If not, I'm going to shut down the stream and I will come back tomorrow with another daily trading room, rapid fire daily trading room. No one has any questions? Fantastic. That means I answered everyone's question. So with that, thank you for being here. I'll see y'all tomorrow.